This is the Marvel Legends series, Captain America Civil War, Marvel's War Machine, and the Avengers concept series Iron Man Mark 27, or the Disco Armor. In most parts of the world, or at least in North America, maybe in Europe, this is a Target exclusive set. However, here in Manila and in some parts of Asia, it's not really an exclusive. We don't have Target in this part of the world, in Manila. So I found this, I picked up this set at Our Toys, a hobby shop at Green Hills, but I've seen it at Toys R Us, at Toy Kingdom, Rustan's department store, the Landmark department store. I've seen it everywhere. Apparently it's warming the pegs, and we'll talk about that later at the end of the video. But let's focus on these figures. Before we begin, as always, the box is a typical Marvel Legends packaging, as you can see. Very nice artwork, and standard Marvel Legends box. We'll put that away. Let's talk about the Disco Armor first, the Mark 27, and look how awesome it is. It's like blue and orange. I mean, how could Hasbro go wrong with this particular figure? I can't believe they didn't release this figure, sooner. I mean, look at that. Just orange and dark blue. I mean, really. If the figure looks so familiar, I mean, you've probably seen it in... I don't know why they put it as part of the Avengers line. I think we saw this one in Iron Man 3, but since the mold is from the Avengers line, if you think it looks familiar, this is the Avengers Age of Ultron War Machine, and it's the exact same figure, just repainted. Everything about it, even the accessory, although the accessory on this one is a little bit tight. This one's just super loose. But it's the exact same mold. I'm not talking about the mold itself because I've already done a review of this one. Go check it out. Same articulation, same, everything's the same. And even what was lacking there was also is still here. They didn't fix any of that. They just changed the paint apps to orange, bright orange, and dark metallic cobalt blue, and this white arc reactor and white eyes. So that's essentially what this figure is. So we'll put that off to the side. On to the new figure. I mean, a lot of collectors are after this set mainly because of this new War Machine figure. This is the Civil War Machine, and it is fantastic. I mean, look at that. Let me just put... All right, stand down. Congratulations, Cap. You're a fugitive. Or what was the line? You're a criminal. I think that was the line. You're a criminal, Cap. Look at that. Looks so much nicer with these two other figures. And I just wish they had released this one as a single boxed figure. But then again, more often than not, if this one was released as a single boxed figure, you'd probably end up paying the same amount of money you'd pay for the 2-pack. So because of a lot of scalpers and hoarders anyway. So look at that, really nice. You could set that up nicely. Put them off to the side right here. Talk about this figure. Oh my goodness, look how gorgeous this thing is. Paint apps are phenomenal. I mean, it's a standard gunmetal gray and that silver. The mold, he's just a beefed up War Machine compared to this one. Although, I've always had a soft spot for this War Machine. This is the Iron Man 2 War Machine, the Mark II. Oh, Mark 2, Mark 1. Anyway, before he became the Iron Patriot, this was the War Machine. And I you know what? I love this War Machine. And it has a really special place in my heart for that because it was the first one and I absolutely loved it. This one's not bad either. I mean, I love the details on this one. I love the beefed up look that this one has. Let me just put his arm. Look how badass this thing is. Just look at this guy. I mean, side by side, these two are probably the best War Machines out there. If you already have this one and you're not looking forward to get another War Machine, it's fine. But this one, man, I love this War Machine. Sorry if I keep gushing about a stupid figure, but anyway, this is how he should have been. Just not sure how accurate this one is. In the movie, if you've seen Civil War, who hasn't, right? $1 billion in sales. I thought it was more of a circle, like something like this, or much like the Mark 46. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. It's just phenomenal. I'll put the War Machine right here. Talk about this figure. So he's got several accessories. Talk about articulation first. Got a ball jointed neck on a hinge. He's got a ball jointed upper or just a waist upper torso. And he's got a ball hinge shoulder, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, swivel wrist, no, ball hinge wrist, my bad. He could do that. He's got a ball jointed hip, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and ball hinge ankles with a rocker joint. That's very nice. I love it because in the previous incarnations of War Machine, it was very difficult to pose him in a straddle stance because he didn't have the rockers, the ankle rockers. Now he has it. It's just great, perfect. Okay, he's got an extra set of hands, which are the gripping hands. And if you know, there was this scene in the airport where he used a baton. We'll get to that in a while, but you can replace both hands and have him with a gripping hand, and he's got the baton. This is, let's get rid of these first. This is the baton when it's in storage mode, and then when he takes it out, it turns into this. And I thought that was, honestly, I thought that stupid baton was really stupid. I mean, you're gonna beat Cap with that? I mean, really? It's an Energon nightstick or Energon baton. This was stupid, but it looked great, in concept wise. But in the movie, I thought it was like, really, you're gonna beat Cap with this? Anyway, so it would have been nice if it just stored this way, but they gave us extra accessories. Fine, that's fine. Don't know if that saved money or spent more money on that. Okay, well, before we go to the Gatling gun, he does have these two guns. I'm not sure if they're flimsy. They come off very easily. Yeah. If you've seen, it kept on falling, but it stores right here, like pistols, like on a cowboy or a police officer. But I think he can get them, and given the chance, I think he can hold them like this, and he shoots with them. But I thought that was stupid. Luckily, there's another peg that you can peg onto his arms like that, and that looks much cooler. It sort of gives him some fins if you put out the stock, and I thought that was nice. Look at that. Makes him look, well, stupid. But it looks nice. Really. If he's flying, look at that. They look like fins, and I liked it better this way. So that's pretty neat. Sorry, maybe we should put these guys here so we have a white background. Okay, so it looks great, just like that. Okay, so put that away. Then he has this. He's got the Gatling gun that's, again, very, very flimsy. The swivel joint is fine, but the hinge joint right here is just flimsy as that one. If you want to display him like he stored his Gatling gun, just like in the movie, there's another accessory for that. I thought this was weird that you got separate accessory for storage mode. And yeah, nobody's really gonna pose their War Machine like this, right? I mean, waste of accessories, but extra accessories are always welcome. And by the way, it was so difficult to just take out the accessories and the figures from that bubble, that plastic tray. Man, it was ridiculous. They didn't have twist ties and whatnot. That was great, but just taking it out of the packaging was just ridiculous. So there you go. You know what? The whole set, just for the War Machine, I mean, it's amazing. The War Machine gets a 10 out of 10 for me. The disco armor, well, it's gonna get a 6 for me, really. I mean, I'm a big Iron Man fan, but really, this was the best armor they could pair up with War Machine. The set, I've seen it online go for like $50, $60. I'm not sure in the US how much this thing is going for. But here in Manila, we get stuff early, but we get them at ridiculously high prices. It's going for $77, 77 US dollars, or 3,500 pesos at regular retail stores. I got it slightly at a discount at our Toys because I bought the Galvatron set, the Combiner Wars Galvatron, Grand Galvatron set. So I got a little bit of a discount, but still, it's very, very pricey. For the price alone, with these two figures, I don't think it's worth getting it at regular retail price. $77 or even $60 is just way too much for this. If you can wait for it to go on clearance, I mean, I'm sure it's going to go on clearance, right? Or you get it at discount stores like, I don't know, like... I don't know how it is in your part of the world, but like Fred Meyer's, or other discount stores that you may know of, that's probably great. But the fear is that this might not get to clearance. So a lot of collectors are snatching it up because they think there's not going to be enough stock to go on clearance. But I think you should wait for a discount. At least get it at $50 or $40. I think, yeah, $50 I think should be the most. I mean, $77 for these, for the War Machine, is just too much. Had Hasbro decided to include a different armor, say, oh, I don't know, Igor, or the Heartbreaker armor, or the Red Snapper armor, I mean, I'd buy it at $77, even if they put the shotgun armor. But the disco armor, really, Hasbro? I guess they were trying to save money. They were trying to put 2 War Machine figures in one pack. I get that. They just repainted this one, fine. But they could have... You know what? I would have appreciated 2 War Machine figures. The Iron Patriot and this one, that would have been okay. Or maybe a James Rhodes figure or a Tony Stark figure would have been great. But the disco armor, this one, just... I find it very difficult to justify the price. So the whole set as it is just going to get a 9 out of 10 for me. But the War Machine gets a 10 over 10. This one gets a 6 for me. So... there you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this little video review. This has been the Marvel Legends Target exclusive 2-pack Captain America Civil War War Machine and the Avengers, or the Iron Man 3 Iron Man Concept Series Mark 27, or the Disco Armor. Thanks for watching.